Today we will be discussing the functional anatomy and physiology of the GI tract. The main function of the GI tract is to move food through the body, digest and absorb nutrients, and then dispose of the leftovers as waste. The GI tract begins with the esophagus, a muscular tube through which food passes from the pharynx to the stomach. It contains two esophageal sphincters, the upper and lower, which act to close the esophagus when food is not being swallowed. Once in the esophagus, the movement of the food bolus to the stomach occurs unidirectionally and is facilitated by rhythmic contraction and relaxation of muscles. This is known as peristalsis. The stomach is divided into four sections: the cardia, the fundus, the body, and the pylorus. Strong acids such as hydrochloric acid and enzymes such as pepsin to aid digestion. This digestive mixture is called gastric juice. The inner lining of the stomach has several mechanisms to resist the effect of gastric juice on itself, but the mucosa of the esophagus does not. This means any failure of the lower esophageal sphincter can lead to heartburn. Strongly acidic pH of approximately 2 kills bacteria and allows proteases to function. Peristaltic contractions in the stomach function to mechanically digest the food. Following this partial digestion, the food bolus is known as chyme and passes through the pyloric sphincter into the duodenum, part of the small intestine. In addition to the duodenum, the small intestine consists of the jejunum and the ileum. In the duodenum, digestive juices from the pancreas, containing digestive enzymes, in addition to bile from the gallbladder, are present. The bile emulsifies fats and also contains bicarbonate in order to neutralize the potentially harmful acid coming from the stomach. Proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates are all broken down in the duodenum. Digested food is then able to be absorbed into blood vessels in the wall of the intestine. Within the inner lining of the small intestine are folds called plicae circularis. From these extend villi and microvilli, which increase the surface area for absorption of nutrients. Most absorption occurs in the jejunum. Following passes through the ileocecal sphincter, the food passes from the ileum to the cecum, the first part of the large intestine. This then passes into the ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid colon. The large intestine removes water and any remaining absorbable nutrients from the food before sending the indigestible matter to the rectum. The outer layer of smooth muscle in the colon walls is raised up into three longitudinal bands called sine coli, which run from the base of the appendix to the rectum. They give rise to repeated bulges known as haustrations, which result in foreshortening of the large intestine. Filling of the rectum signals for relaxation of the internal anal sphincter. The external anal sphincter, however, is under voluntary control and allows conscious control of defecation. Function of the GI tract is regulated for the most part by the enteric nervous system, a branch of the autonomic nervous system. Within the enteric nervous system are two main plexuses, the myenteric plexus and the submucosal plexus. The myenteric plexus is situated between longitudinal and circular layers of muscle, forming a continuous network around the circumference of the gut, extending from the upper esophagus into the internal anal sphincter. It plays a role mainly in the digestive tract's control of motility. The submucosal plexus is buried within the submucosa. Its primary purpose is to sense the environment within the lumen, allowing it to regulate gastrointestinal blood flow and control epithelial cell function. That was the functional anatomy and physiology of the GI tract. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.